Gail, new tutorial. This time through it's going to be how to cover the joints on your Bandai troopers, be it the Sand Trooper, Storm Trooper, Clone Trooper or the Force Awakens Trooper. Okay, this will work on all of them. Okay, so what you will need first off is the trooper, and that quick flash was PVA glue. Any PVA glue will do. This is just $2 or $3 from Lincraft over here in Australia, which is just a craft store haberdashery. Next is Sapagap. Okay, so I use the green CA Plus because I find it works better for this. You'll need a pair of scissors. Okay, with the scissors, make sure that your tips are sharpened. I do that with a sharpening stone. Okay, I've had this for like 20 years, so it's good stuff. Okay, main material is your stocking. Now with the stocking, don't go buy a $2 crappy one. Okay, buy about a $5 one, $8 one. You might be thinking, really, $8 for a stocking for this? Trust me, one stocking will do about 50 figures. Okay, so you need the crotch area first. Of course, it's a thicker material. Okay, compared to the leg part of the stocking. Alright, now once you finish using the crotch part, then you go to the leg section, then fold it over. Okay, so that's what you'll be using. But don't worry, when you paint the figure, you paint over the cloth anyway, and it works great. It doesn't crack, doesn't fray, anything like that. Alright, now I've done two ages ago. Okay, first one is the Scout Trooper. Okay, so as you can see, the cloth works really well. Oops, okay, bends the way the figure bends. The only problem you do have is if you've got straps on like I have, it stops where the strap is, which is fine. Doesn't bother me there. It goes into the joint section, so you can hardly see the joint section. Up on the shoulders as well. If you place the arms properly, very limited range of seeing it. Okay, down through the arms. I do the neck as well. Okay, just it gives it that bit more realism. And for the Stormtrooper, same thing. Okay, so you got the joints that move. Okay, at the back as well. So that's what he looks like at the back. Okay, up near the shoulder area. So when you move the shoulder, you will get a little bit of the arm part coming out, as you can see just here. Don't worry about that, that's minimal to what you can see. But you know, if you're going to have him static, so I'll just get a bit of picture of that, guys. So if you've got him static, you know, it looks fantastic. You don't see any of the bloody joints, and I'll be honest, I hate friggin' joints in my figures. Despise it, to be honest with you, especially in dioramas. Okay, now when I do a diorama, I will show you this quickly. Sorry, I take the ankle part out. I'll cut that knob section off the ankle. Then what I do, I glue that onto there, so you don't have the bore part. You do have the bore part, but you don't have this little knobby section with the pin. So the bottom of the shin connects to the top of the leg, then I'll put it all up, so it gives it that more realism. But if I want a figure to display and move in position every now and then, just to give it some variety, I'll keep the joint in there. But once you paint that joint up properly and weather it in with the rest of the foot, it looks great. Okay, so to start off with, like I said, your figure. Okay, keep the left right parts separate because you don't want to muck them up. Alright, you get the torso section to start off with. Get a bit of cut cloth. Now what you need to do is have it, it's a bit hard showing this with my finger, so there's the cloth. Okay, and there's the, so, sorry guys, apologise. So there's the cloth. Okay, so that's how much you need for the torso section. Okay, so what you do is put the torso in the middle, stretch the cloth in the middle, like so. Okay, grab one edge, or one side I should say, pull it up, over. Okay, the other end, other side, pull it up, over. Okay, so you want to make it all even as possible. I know you can't really see this, but I'll show you. So you just pull it until you've got it even. Then give it a twist above the connection underneath the torso. So you should have it like that. Okay. So what you do now is get your chest plate and your back plate. Okay. So what you need to do is, I will use a modelling knife for this part. Sorry, you wouldn't need a modelling knife. The two little knob sections that stick out from the front of the chest, just cut a bit of cloth or the stocking so the pin comes through. Okay, so just like that. Okay, so do the same to the other. Don't worry about it if you cut the little connector, it doesn't matter. Grab your chest plate, hold it in and press. Now don't worry about it if you don't hear a click, it doesn't matter. Okay, now get your back, same again, the two little pins at the back, cut them. So as you can see, they've cut. Don't worry about if it frayed a little bit. Grab your back plate, push in. Okay, then you can let go. So there it is there. Okay, so you're going to have all that strangly bit at the bottom. Alright, then what you do is get your little shoulder clips, and don't make a hole, just clip them in. Okay, now I usually glue these, so you can do that, but I usually cut inside the little holes and then glue them. But just to show you this, I won't be. Okay, so there it is there. Alright, what you need to do now is grab your scissors. Alright, so then you've got to cut around. Alright, leave a little bit inside the torso section. Alright, because you'll need to tuck that in. Okay, so now you're left with that. Okay, now you can use your knife if you want. Just pull it up and into the bottom of the torso. Same with this side. Okay, now what you need to do is grab the midsection, push it in, and there you go, you're done. That's the first part done. Alright, that's how easy it is. Now good thing is, because you push it in, the cloth actually goes underneath the torso section, and it gives that more realistic look. Now what you do now is get your neck section, grab your pair of scissors, just cut a little hole, and that will fray it all the way to the edge of the neck section. Okay, so you can put that in now if you like, but we will be covering that, so just leave it for a moment. Alright, so now what you need to do is grab some of the excess cloth you had, cut it. Okay, so you want a decent size for the neck section. Doesn't have to be 100% accurate. Now with the neck section, just grab it. Now this is off skew, so like I said, it doesn't matter, of course, you're not going to see this 100%. So what you need to do is grab your PVA glue. Alright. Get your toothpick. Just dab some over about half of the neck section. Okay, then just grab your cloth and just stick it right in the middle. Okay, like so. Okay, so that's what you need. Okay, then on one side, just grab it, cloth it up some more. Now with the super glue, just get some drip some into the onto your tray. Alright, now what you need to do is grab a part of the stocking, dab it in the glue, grab your super glue and streak it across the PVA glue. Grab your stocking and pull it across. Now be careful because the super glue will come through on your fingers, and if you don't work with super glue a lot, it can get messy and sticky. Okay, just tap it and it will stay there. Okay, then what you do then, get the other section, go across the cloth you've already super glued down. Okay, again grab your sorry, I'm going out of focus there. Grab your cloth. Sorry if this is hard to see, guys. Then I'll go over like that. Okay, so you're just doubling over on it. Now you can leave that to dry by itself, which it should do, but I always grab a bit more super glue, put it on there and just glue it down. Now you'll be left with that. So like I said, don't worry about that little white bit. You're not going to see that because it's going to be painted over. Okay, grab your scissors, trim the bottom off. Okay, you can leave the top section as it is. Grab your body. Make sure the back of the neck part, the seam where you've got, is facing backwards. Clip it in. Okay, get the head. Now you can do this two ways. You can push that excess down. I just put it on like so. Okay, it still clips in. As you can see, perfect neck for it. Okay, there it is there. Alright, so that is that section done. Complete. Now what you need to do is grab the bum section or thigh section. Again, you will need a piece of cloth that's bigger than that. Again, you can use that. Now what you need to do, excuse me guys, is grab it, put the bottom section where the two pins are for the legs on top of the cloth. Grab your cloth and just pull it up. Okay, just pull it up all the way over. Now this stuff will stretch. Okay, it will stretch really good, so you're not going to have to worry about anything like that. So what you need to do now is hold it. Again, with the three little pins on one side, just cut. Okay, so just poke them through. They don't have to be 100% through. Grab your cod piece, place it over the pins and push in. Okay, like so. Go around the back. You might have to stretch it a bit more. Come around the back, grab your back plate section and push in. Okay, that's it for that part. Again, just grab it, just cut it around. Okay. Don't worry about if it's messy again. Throw away the excess, okay? Now what I'm doing exactly opposite what I've told you. Use the end bit to cut, like so, that way you get a better trim on it. Okay, like that. Now what you need to do is get your belt sections. Pull what's left over and push it in. Okay, same for the other side. Like that. Get your front part. Just make sure you know which way it goes. Okay, grab it, push it in, and this part, I always glue this part I always glue the front belt to that section, front belt to that section, okay? That way it'll be a lot more secure. Alright, grab your back section. Okay. And push it in. Now you will have to go a bit harder with this to push it all. Okay, so that's as far as you get, but don't worry about it, okay, because you're going to have it covered. Alright, so that's the lower torso done, or the hips done. So with the excess, just cut it, because you don't want this sticking out. Okay. So if it does stick out, you might have a little bit too much there. So what you can do, just grab it, trim it up, okay, then get your belt again, push it in, okay, it does help with the belt as well too. Alright, like I said, that's no biggie because you're not going to see it. Alright, then you grab your body, push it in. Okay, so that's that part done. So you can see, you've got the cloth covering the joint there and the cloth covering the pins. Leave them for a little while still. Now what we do is go to the legs. So with the leg sections, this is where you need to start gluing. Okay, so with the leg section, grab your knobby part of the leg or your thigh. Grab some cloth, cut it, get another piece, just cut it the same length, doesn't have to be the same width. Okay, like so. So you want to do these both at the same time. So you've got your first one. Now what you need to do is, what I do is grab it. If I can, I'll try and cut a straight piece so it's nice and straight, and I'll show you why in a second. And again, I apologise if I'm going out of focus. I still haven't bought myself a camera after my other one got wrecked by me. Okay, so just trim it up like so. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Now what you do, grab some PVA glue, go along the seam. I should not the seam, the edge, I apologise, the edge. So go around. Oh, don't worry if you get any dribs or drabs everywhere. Grab your stocking. Now what you need to do is, this part's going to be on the outside, so what you need to do is get on the inside. Alright, grab your stocking and place the straight edge on your stocking. Okay, like so, just to get it a good look at it and the balance of it, so you know where it is. Then pull it off, grab your super glue, put it on there, then place the stocking back down and a little bit at the front there. So place it down, okay, and that will stay there now. Alright, now while it's down, grab some PVA glue, put it underneath the stocking like that, some super glue under there, then pull it across and just brush it. So it's like that. Okay, so what you need to do now is just grab the rest of it, pull it across. Now you can go overlap the stocking if you want, that's a no biggie, because you can trim it up and you're not going to see it. Alright, so you can do that, or, which is probably a good idea, or you can do what I'm going to show you now. Just grab some PVA glue on the joint of the first part of the stocking, then grab some super glue over the top of that. Okay, then grab your stocking, pull it over, okay, and just tap it lightly. Now the two will bind. You might need a pair of tweezers for this, so grab a very old pair. Okay, and then what you need to do is pull it over that joint section like so, and just hold it for about 3 seconds. Okay, done. So that's what it should look like. Okay, so there's your connection there to go into the bottom of the thigh. Okay, so what you need to do now is more super glue inside that. Okay, don't worry about if it streaks or anything, it doesn't matter. Okay, just make sure you don't get any on the moving section. Then get your stocking, pull it across like that. Give it a bit of a twist and just hold it. So that's what you're looking for there. Okay, so if this happens here, just get some super glue, cross it, then pull your stocking down and she'll dry in place. Okay, so you can glue the PVA, then super glue, then put your stocking down if you like, but I don't usually do it. I just pulled too hard on that. Okay, so that's glued in place. Now with this part here, you might have to do a bit more surgery to it until it's 100%. So you might need to keep going along the edge. Okay, until such times as you've got all the stocking hanging over the edge and it's glued in place. Again, hold it down. It dries quick, so you don't have to worry about it. That's why I like the CA super glue Zavacap. Get your scissors. Just cut around. Okay, it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. So there you go, guys. There it is there. Okay, so that's going to be on the outside, inside. All right, so grab your figure with a modelling knife. Now you can do this 2 ways actually. You can do it with a modelling knife or a pair of scissors. I'll actually show you the scissors. So just grab it, just get the scissors and just clip. Okay, just open it up a little bit like so. Grab your stocking thigh section, pull the pin down, put the leg in like you would normally when you're building it, and there you go, it's in place. Okay, like so. Alright guys, the camera is going to go shut down in a minute because of the time I've got. I'll be back in a second and show you the rest. Talk to you soon. Bye. Okay guys, now that you have the thigh part on, just connect your lower thigh section onto it. So it's like that, and as you can see, it's seamless. There's no cloth showing. Okay, that's why you do glue the bottom like I showed you. Okay, and just slide straight in, and there it is with the leg, with the armour. Okay, it's still got movability. The only main part you'll have that's uncovered is the lower section just here, but you can stretch that up if you like, but I wouldn't worry about it. I don't do it. Okay, so the next part will be the knee section. So with that, I've already pre-cut them out. When you do it, just grab your knee section, put on a bit of cloth, and that's how you knead it. Okay, you need it just probably the same length or just a little bit longer than the 2 connectors of over end. Okay, same with the arm joint. When we do it, you cut it out, measure it up, and as long as it's longer than the 2 connectors, you're fine. And the last bit is the shoulder piece. Okay, don't worry about that. That's just a little piece of leftover cloth. I'll show you how to fix that up, because that's going to be hidden underneath the shoulder pad, shoulder armour anyway. Okay, so what you need to do now is grab some PVA glue. Now when you do this, you've got to be careful, alright? So you need to put the glue on that side. Okay, not the joint section, but the other side, alright? Then just grab your bit of cloth. Just grab your bit of cloth and put it on like so. Okay, it's going to move a bit. So what you do, take it off and then grab a bit of super glue, dab it on, and then just reapply it. Now the super glue is good this way because it actually bonds very well with the PVA glue. Okay, it will leave a little white mark as you can see, but like I said, you're going to be painting the cloth anyway or dirtying up, so you won't see that mark. Alright. Okay, so now it's almost dry. Just grab the two connecting sections. Okay, so what you need to do now is measure it. So you've got to measure it pretty good. You can leave a little bit of gap if you want, or a little bit of extra cloth on it, but you need to cut a bit. Try and keep this as straight as possible. Okay, so that's great. So what you need to do now is that little section just there, you need to add some glue there and on the side here. Okay, so again, your PVA glue just all over the one side, then grab it, put it along the edge as well, and just a little bit along that connector there, or that separation connector there. Okay, so what you need to do, you will need super glue for this, so just a bit on the edge and a little bit on the side and a little bit on that connector separator. Alright, so what you do then is grab your piece, stretch it over with your finger, hold it for a few seconds, and it's glued. Alright, so that's what it's going to look like there. So you're still going to have this section here all uncovered, that's fine. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. Alright, now what you need to do with this section, bring it over. Now you've got two ways to do this. You can re-glue it first and then cut it, or measure it out and then glue it on. So it's up to you how you do it. So I'm just going to measure it. Okay, and if you do have a little bit of excess, doesn't matter, you can cut it off. Alright, so what you need to do again, same thing again, PVA glue on the side. Now what you need to do is put the PVA glue just on the cloth part, get some super glue, get your cloth, pull it over till it hits the super glue in that little separation connector. Okay, you just pat it down. Just make sure when you do it, you wipe your finger or your thumb off that you're doing it with, so you don't pull the cloth apart. Alright, now what you do is those little areas there that are free, just grab your toothpick, bit of PVA glue along the edge. Alright, a little bit of super glue, then just lightly tap it. Okay, now to make sure it doesn't stick to the connections that go into the legs, just grab a pair of tweezers and pull it apart. Alright, so other side, bit of PVA glue, make sure you get it all. You don't really need a lot on here because they will glue with the super glue. Then the super glue straight up, then grab your cloth, take it over, grab your tweezers, push down. Okay, and there it is there, guys. So it does look messy, alright, but guarantee you, once you paint it, you won't even notice it. Okay, now what you need to do is grab your figure. Now you've got to make sure you got the pins the right way, or the legs the right way. So you grab the bottom foot, or the bottom section of the leg, and then you turn it around, so you've got to make sure the fat section is down. Now just push it in. I'm sorry, out of focus again. That is starting to piss me off. Okay, just push it in. Now make sure the cloth is inside the rim of the knee section, okay, or the armour. Click it in. Now that's how it should look. Alright. like that. Now this is the trickiest part. Because this has got a little pin on it at the top, alright, you just got to make sure you get it in correctly or it will buckle the pin. So just push it down. And it takes a little bit of fiddling. Oh, there you go, first go. How's that? Alright, so just push the cloth up. And there you go, guys. There it is for the leg. Alright, so perfect. It's not bending or anything like that. Okay, so then you just add it to the rest of the leg. Okay, there you go. There's the leg section. Now for the arm section, just grab your shoulder section there. Now again with this, PVA glue. Now this is what happens when you get super glue and PVA glue together. It gets that little knobby glue on it. If you can't get it off, just cut it off with a modelling knife. Okay, again, PVA glue, guys. Now what you want to do is put it on the edge, on the last section of the pin. Just go around. Doesn't have to be a lot. Okay, grab your cloth. Oh, sorry, my bad. Grab your super glue. Go around the whole lot. Okay, because you're going to do this in one hit. Okay, so then grab your cloth. Again, make sure that it's right on the edge. And the way you want to do this, just put it there. If you get more on there like I did last time, just trim it off. Okay, then around with the other side. Like so, don't worry about this overlapping section at the moment. We'll fix that up, okay? So like that. So that's how it's going to look. Okay, now what you need to do is grab it and stretch it around. You've got two choices. You can stretch it around, but it leaves a big clump then. So what you want to do is grab the one side that's bare, PVA glue, super glue, and pull that up and over. So it'll look like that. Okay, so the connection section there is hiding. Then this part here, pull it up and over, measure it to the other side. So you need to take about half of that off. Sorry about knocking the camera. Okay, so you want to knock about half of it off. So what you want to do now is some PVA on the cloth. Don't glue any to the pin. Alright, then glue that section down. Keep it straight if you can. Alright, and you will end up with a bit of excess. That's fine. You will cut that off. A little bit more super glue. Okay, so just any excess, just cut it off, guys, like so. Alright, so what you need to do now is grab the excess bit above it, PVA glue on the edge there, super glue, and just wrap it around the knobby ball part that goes into the body, like so. Okay, and like as you can see, I don't really need tweezers for this because it actually sticks pretty good, but you might want to try the tweezers just in case it sticks to anything. You want to make sure it doesn't connect to that pin or anything. Also, just make sure that the pin moves up and down still, okay? Now, for this part, just get your bicep armour, push it on down. Then you will have, oh my bad, you will have to twist it a little bit. Okay, I've access to too much, you can see that there's too much excess there, so just cut it. Okay, try it again. Oh, there you go, perfect. Okay, so there's the bicep to the shoulder section. Just get your shoulder pad now. Now that part there, you've got two options. You can cut that excess off there, or what I usually do, is just leave it on there, get your shoulder section and clip it on. There you go guys, there's that part. That's how easy it is. Get your body. Now you got the body part there that's got the cloth still over it. Just get your pair of scissors, just cut a little hole. Okay, grab your arm, pop it in. Now because of the the shoulder armour, it connects up perfectly as you can see. Again, sorry for getting out of focus guys, out of the camera range. Okay, so there it is there. So that's that part there. Now for the elbow section, again you're going to do the same as you did for the knee section. Okay, so you're going to get some PVA glue on the main part, wipe it on there, some super glue, make sure it covers the two sections of the connectors like so, press it down. Okay, spin it around. Now you only got a little bit to work with here, so make sure you've got your toothpick nice and clean. There's no crap on it like those little bulbs of glue. Get your your toothpick on the edge there, on the midsection right there. Super glue on there and on there, just bring it around. Alright, like before for the knee part. Okay, give that about 10 seconds to dry. Then what you need to do is cut it. Alright, so you need to cut it straight down the edge part there. Like so. Alright, then you get your PVA glue, dab it in the middle, your super glue, again dab it, bring the cloth over. Now this is, you can do it this way, I'll show you this way. Get it a little bit tighter this time because you don't want too much excess on this. Okay, so it's like that, so you've got the excess just here and there it is glued in there. I don't know if you can just see the white bit where it's glued. Okay, grab your scissors. Now what you want to do is pull it apart a little bit and just cut straight down as close to the edge without cutting the cloth as you can, like that. Okay, then all you do, grab the PVA glue, do one edge, super glue, bring the cloth together like so, tweezers. Okay, on the other end, PVA glue on the cloth, not the peg, super glue. If you do get cloth on the peg, don't worry about it, it does come off. It's not going to affect it in any way. Alright, bring the cloth over, push it down a little bit. If you need to, pull it off the peg itself. Alright, so it needs just a little bit more there, the cloth. Okay, so there's the peg section. Now this part can be actually quite tricky. You've got to work out where the pin section is at the top. So for example, you need to know where that section is. Okay, because that's the problem you're going to have. I was lucky with the leg, it went straight in. Okay, so when you do it, that goes to the forearm, so you might want to take the arm off, find the pin, there it is there. Okay, what you need to do is muck around with this, try and keep the cloth inside the armour. and just push it in if you can find it. Now this is the tricky part, okay, because you will get the cloth trying to go inside the hole too, so all you need to do is stretch it. Okay, this one's just experimenting on where you can and can't get the cloth to. Okay, try it again. And like so. Okay, so you've got a little bit of excess there, don't worry about that at the moment. Grab your forearm section, again push it in. You're going to need to muck around with the hole and go straight in there. Okay, so these little extras there, just get your modelling knife, push them in with your modelling knife. Oh, sorry guys, damn, I'm bad at that. Okay, just push it in. For the top section, if you can push it in, great. If not, don't worry about it. Just stretch the cloth around, and that will come out. Okay, so okay, like that. Okay, again, don't worry about the glue. You're going to be gluing it. Put your shoulder armour back on. Grab his hand. And there it is for the arm, guys. Okay. Pin. Just make sure you don't get the pin caught in the cloth or keep coming off. Like that. And just push it into the connector. And there you go. And that's it, guys. That's how you do it. Alright, so it's that easy. Alright, so I'll turn it off now, muck around the other side, and I'll get back to you with it. Okay, if you've got any questions, just give me a yell and I'll step you through it, and hopefully I can get another camera soon and I won't be getting out of camera focus and all that sort of thing. Okay, talk to you later guys. Thanks for watching and watch out for the next video. Talk to you later, bye. Okay guys, the figure's done. Okay, so as you can see, I've done exactly the same to this side as I've shown you on the figure's left side. Okay, so like I said, with the white sections, can easily be painted. You can pull these off and do it, but I usually just paint them while they're on there. Okay. So you can paint the whole section of the cloth if you like, or just the white areas, it doesn't really matter, but I usually could do the whole section. So if I'm going to paint one part of the cloth, I'll paint all the cloth. Okay, so you just paint it, and like I said, painting it won't affect it. Okay, so there it is, it's all painted. Check everywhere where there's white sections. Okay, oh, just in there. The other one. Okay. There you go, guys. It's complete. I'll rotate the camera around so you can see it better. Okay, so yeah. So if you do the cloth like I showed you, it does come up really good. Okay, does give it that more realistic look. I haven't painted all the cloth area, I just wanted to show you what it looked like painted in there, certain areas. Okay. So like I said, the only joint you can see now is the ankle parts, but that's not a biggie. Alright, because especially if you weather them properly, it'll look perfect. Okay. Alright guys, I'll catch you later. The next tutorial will be face painting. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.